Hey, we back at it. We back at it. Listen, y'all know I always bring y'all the top-notch ballers from Colorado, and we got another one on tonight. None other than Chance Main. Listen, this boy is 6'4", 270. You know he coming off that edge, and he gonna knock your head loose. Hey, he gonna set the tone on that D-line, period. Look, the man got a story to tell, y'all. I'm talking about a journey. And listen, when you go that JUCO route, y'all already know when you go that JUCO route, you already coming for that D1, period. That's the only reason you go JUCO is to go D1. I know because I did it. Hey, that's the only thing you want out of it. So you already know Chance got that hard, Chance that dog, he ready to go. I'm talking about ready, locked, and loaded, and we got him. I'm thankful he came back because he could have went anywhere. But he came back and he want to represent with his boys. He done already did a year with him. He say, no, I ain't starting over. I'm finna come through and I'm going to holler at Coach Prime and we finna roll call. But without further ado, man, I'm finna bring this baller on the line, y'all. Let's get him in. Let's welcome him and it's on and popping, baby. Chance, man, how you doing, man?
Good. How are you doing?
Hey, man, good, man. It's a blessing to have you on, big dog.
Yeah, I heard you talking about it. I said, okay, well, we probably set up do something
Yeah.
like that.
Let's get with it. Look, man, I love your story, but I want to hear it from you because I'm only reading about it to hear it. I want to hear it from you, man. You went JUCO. You was up there at Independence. What made you go to JUCO route?
Well, out of high school, I didn't really know what I wanted to do yet,
Yeah.
and I knew, I knew college was an option, but I didn't really see myself doing that just without sports and stuff. So, my dad had actually went out to Independence, and he played JUCO out there back in his day. So
Yeah.
there was, a little bit of a footprint already there for me. And
Right.
it seemed right. It was only 20 minutes away from where I was living, and didn't I was coming out of high school. I was not quite the developed kid, you could say.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I went there and was able to develop and really kind of learn the game of ball, of course, under Coach Brown. So I got some hard coaching, but it was all fun.
Yeah. 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 You did.
Yep,
Hey, he ain't played no games. I'm talking about straight. So you already know what time it is. You
that's right.
already know what time it is. If you could, hey, if you could take coach, and I'm talking about he was laying them out on there. So if you can handle that, man, you can handle anything. Now,
Yeah, I would think so. If I haven't heard it, I'd be surprised.
yeah, hey, you done heard it because he said everything,
Yeah,
everything under the sun. He done said it.
that's
Um,
right.
with you
That's right.
going there, hold on now. You say your pops went there. So
Correct.
did pops go to school after that, or he just shut it down after JUCO?
No, he actually went to KU after that for a year, maybe 2 years.
Ooh, hey,
Yep.
so balling in the bloodlines.
It's there. It's there. I'm trying to take it to the next level, though.
Hey, it's right in your hand to do so. It's right in your hand to do so. You control all that from this point on. But
hmm
listen, all right, you did your thing at JUCO. Now, when you get ready to come out, you get your scholarship offer. How did that go when they hollered at you? I know it was in Cardinal Word, but who all was
Sure.
talking to you as well?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, as far as JUCO's tough. I mean, day in and day out, it's the schedule changes. I mean, everything is not just set in stone. Every
Right.
day is different. Every day is new. You may see a new face. You may see somebody that was there yesterday. It's not there anymore. Because they found out that wasn't for them. Um, but it's an emotional roller coaster through JUCO. And whenever I got my first offer, I think it was from Southeast Missouri State, and were out there and they offered a couple people. I remember being real emotional about that, just because you put on in all that work and all that time, and you're out there getting dressed in your dorm room, you're putting your helmet on your room, going out dressed. We don't really have a locker room that we're
Yeah.
using, so just to be noticed, especially when you're down what feels like at the bottom.
Right.
Like I guess it is, but and just some hope and some light at the end of the tunnel. So, and then after that, a few more picked up, and then yeah, eventually, University Incarnate Word hit me up, and it was a good situation for me and some great coaches. So then I decided to go there.
Man, listen, I love it, man. You got it down packed, man. It sounds like you so ready and beyond your time. And with Pops already, he probably be right in your ear, hey son, okay, we need to do this, this, and this. You right on track. So you really sitting in a perfect situation. Now, how did you end up at Colorado? Because now that right there, I know however you got there, I know you had to be like, oh, I want this. So you gotta tell me how that came about.
Um, well, whenever I decided went down to the University of Incarnate Word, I went down there and for about 2.5 years and played a first season, did well, and got coached well. And then, there's a few bumps in the road down there, some coaching changes and stuff. And then also with, fighting the Corona season and everything, trying to
Yeah.
get games in and stuff, that was a hassle, only playing 4 games and so forth. And then I just was got the feeling of, this is not really where my heart is down here
Yeah.
anymore. I think I want something new, different scenery, something else. And the last game, I had tore my labrum and bicep tendon in this arm.
Ah,
The last one, I was getting on a sack, so I don't know if that, warrants it or not, but
yeah.
it, it happens. And I had surgery, and then I already had made up my mind. I was like, I'm going to go ahead and get in the portal and try my luck somewhere else.
Right.
Um, and I did that, and knowing that it'd be hard to get picked up,
Right.
with my injury and everything. But I
Mhm.
went ahead and did that, and sure enough, nobody wanted to take a chance with me and my, injury and stuff. I was too much of a liability.
Right.
So I kind of took it upon myself to just rehab out here, and that's hard to do, rehab by yourself and make motivate yourself to go do that stuff. Because if you don't, it's going to it's going to
Right.
not
Yeah.
be good. You
Exactly.
so I was able to do that, and then yeah, I sat in the portal for a long time, and then once I finally convinced some people that I could go play football again, my shoulder was all right.
Yeah.
One of my good buddies, Jermaine Johnson, he now plays for the Jets now, but he was my roommate in JUCO, and he had put a good word in for at Florida State. So they reached out to me. I went down there on a visit with them, and it was a pretty good situation. And then a couple other offers picked up, and one of my other buddies was at Colorado. And I said, hey man, slide this film to one of your coaches,
Yeah.
just help me out a little bit, throw a dog a
Right.
bone. And he said, all right, I will. And then I get a phone from the defensive coordinator. He said, hey, I watched your film. I like you. I want to offer you to come out. I said, all right, well, say no more. I didn't even come check the place out or anything. I
Yeah.
just said, hey, Mom, I'm going to Colorado. I'm packing up the truck. I'm heading out. And she's like, whoa, whoa,
Yeah.
whoa. So
Yeah.
it's about
Out
as
of
simple
there.
as that. Yeah, as simple as that. And I was just excited, because sitting in that portal was that first, season that I had
Right.
stepped away from football,
Ball.
and that
Yeah.
was everything that I had done up to this point. So I was watching all my boys and everything play the season, and that was a feeling that I
I
didn't
know.
like. I didn't like it, and I had was able to experience that, and realize that hey, I actually do love football, and that's such a big part of who I am. Just that being a part of a team and everything. And once you get that feeling, it's a hard feeling to explain. And as
Right.
far as and everybody
Yeah.
else that is and has been on a team, it's they can relate. So yeah, I jumped on it. I said, hey, let's rock and roll, and went out there and you know went the way that it went.
Hey,
So, but
hey, man, listen. You couldn't ask for nothing better than that. Now, check this. You said when you first got that offer, it made you feel some kind of way. Now, how did you feel Florida State was checking you out and Colorado offered you, man? Did that put you
mm,
in like a mold? Like, dog, I really got it. Like I am that guy. I can get to that dream. Like
mhm.
I'm right there. And they really basically saying, hey, yes, you are that guy. We want you.
Mhm.
Like, how did that feel?
Um, man, well, it's always a good feeling to be wanted, regardless of the
Man,
level of play or anything, because there's guys out there that work their ass off and then don't ever even get the opportunity.
right.
But I was one of those guys that worked their ass off and was able to get that opportunity, and it's hard coming from a small town. You don't have a lot of eyes on you. You normally can get overlooked, because I was
Yeah.
playing at a 3A school, just D tackles 5'6". I'm just the only one that halfway stands apart. But
Right.
and it's just it's hard to get all that exposure. But yeah, I mean, to get wanted and be wanted by those schools, I mean, of course it fires you up, man. I mean, especially sitting in the portal for a whole year, you start to question,
Mhm.
hey, am I ever going to get that opportunity again? Or,
Right.
am I going to have to step down a level of play and this and that? But I sat in the saddle, man, and just waited it out. And then, yeah, those schools hit me up, and then Colorado hit me up. I was really blessed to have those opportunities um, go there. And yeah, I just chose Colorado. And, good, better, or worse, I learned a lot that year.
Right.
Every year you think, hey, I know a lot. I think
Yeah.
I know a lot. And then the next year you're like, geez, I mean, if you look back a year from now, I feel like I've
Right.
learned so much more. And,
Yeah.
so that's really what this season out there at Colorado, I mean, I just learned a lot how to really the mental part of everything, because that's what we're really challenged as most of the time is the mental.
Right.
How can you show up every single day and keep doing the things that
Yes.
you need to be doing, even though we are losing out, yeah, over and
Yep.
over and over,
Yep.
and you got to try to somewhat, even if you go into that day and you don't feel like being there at all, because or we've just lost, it feels like everybody doesn't want to be there, this and that.
Right.
Somebody's got to be in there trying to bring some different type
Yeah.
of energy, whatever that is,
Right.
so I tried to do that, but I mean, that's a little bit natural for me. I mean, if I just see everybody just dogging around, I'll be the goofy one. I'll be the jackass for that day and get everybody
Yeah.
going in some way, so yeah.
Now,
Yep.
with that, now when did you actually leave Colorado and test the waters? Like, was it before prime or cause how? Cause I done got so many different things. I gotta hear from him, period.
Sure. Yeah. In my situation's a lot different than some, and a lot of people don't really know what happened or why I left. Everybody assumes that I was sitting in that meeting whenever he came and addressed the team for the first time. And
Right.
truth of the matter, I was sitting back home in Kansas. And, I was sitting right out here because after the season, man, I was ready to get out of Boulder for a little bit, man. I just
Right.
want to go clear my head, go back to my roots, go home and do my stuff there. And so that's exactly what I did. And I didn't know what the situation was going to be, but all the coaches understood that, they were going to be leaving. I mean, it wasn't no, secret. Somebody else is going to come in and get hired, and we didn't know who, but I think it was about 2 weeks I left before he got hired. And,
Mhm.
but prior to that, I was sitting there and one morning I checked my email and I saw an email from compliance. And I go, okay, well, what's this? I click on it. It says, so and so, chance man, blah blah blah. Your scholarship has been expired. And I'm like,
Wow.
whoa, hold on. What's going on here?
Yeah.
So I text what was at the time was the defensive line coach, Coach Williams. He's now outside linebackers coach there. And I text him, hey, do you know anything about this? What's the deal? He said, let me check into it. I don't know. And
Right.
all those coaches at the time were scrambling just to get their own
Yeah.
ducks in a row,
Yeah.
So, and
Yeah.
then now I'm throwing this on them too. So,
Yeah.
uh, but no, what had happened was when I came out to Colorado, I believed I only had 1 year since I sat that year out. But
Right.
they said, no, you can fill out a medical hardship form and you can get that approved and you can get this year back,
That's
And I said, okay, well, let's do that,
yeah.
and to my knowledge, that had been done by them. So, everybody had said, hey, you got 2 years left. Coaches came up to me, hey, we figured out you got 2 years left. That's awesome. That's great. I said, all right, sweet. So I didn't look into it anymore. And, you know, it just never got done, even though
Yeah.
it was presented to me as the fact that it was done, it was in my bio on my roster, 2 years
Right.
eligibility, grad transfer. I said, all right, sweet. So I didn't look into it. And then, yeah, until I got that email. And then after that, I mean, I was like, whoa, okay, well, talking to compliance, hey, is this possible? Can we get this back? And he told me, hey, it's not very likely that this
Man.
gets approved. And I go, hey, I still want to try. I'm going to
Right.
try. I'll contact anybody, talk to anybody, do whatever I have to do. So there for about 2 months, I mean, I was pulling up every piece of paper from the day that I started college in JUCO and the classes. I mean, every
Yeah.
single thing. I mean, doctor's notes, this, that. I mean, everything. And finally was able to send that all in. And then um, they make a decision every Monday and Tuesday of
Right.
every week. So if it doesn't get reviewed on Monday or Tuesday, you wait the next week, and then
Right.
the next week, and the next
Yeah.
week, and it just started getting strung out. I'm like, holy crap, this is times that I probably should be training for pro day, you
Right.
know, and so I can go perform if this doesn't get fall through. But
Yeah.
I was betting on this working, and then I started to get a little worried, and because pro day's coming up, so I called compliance. I said, hey, can I still do pro day
Yeah.
and be eligible for NCAA and everything? And they
Yeah.
go, yeah, you can. I say, oh, all right, well, shit, I'm gonna go do pro day. And I hadn't been training at all.
Yeah.
I mean, it's literally like I set the beer down and went and ran a 40.
Yeah.
Um, but I went down to San Antonio just because I didn't kind of want to stay out of the situation with Colorado for a little bit till I really figured out my situation. And
Right.
I go down to San Antonio to UIW and I did their pro day. And believe it or not, I guess, I tested well. I ran, I weighed in about 260. I ran 2.46s. I hit 30 reps on bench. My broad, my vertical was a little less than I wanted it to be, but I can't complain. I did zero explosive work up to that point. And then the next day, compliance calls me and says, hey, your waiver got approved.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting here sore than shit driving back to Kansas.
Right.
I'm
Right.
like, all
Right.
right, sweet. All right. Then I said, just go ahead and throw my name in the portal. Because, as far as I know, and you see what I saw about all the media and everything. So
Yeah.
I was like, sounds like they're getting rid of anybody that was on the team last year. So if they want to recruit me, they can, and
Right.
we'll look into that. So I just said, throw
Right.
my name in the portal. I'm as good to get recruited by anybody. And so he did that, and then I started getting some offers and stuff, and then they had shown interest in me a little bit, but they were real busy with their stuff, and I didn't really understand. But then it was about a week before I went out there and
Hmm.
visited. I guess 2 weeks ago. That week they had called me and they were all on board. I mean,
Yeah.
they were let's get you out here. Let's do what do we gotta do? Let's talk and stuff. So I was like, all right. I let my girlfriend know I wasn't going to be able to make it to the wedding that she wanted me to go to.
Yeah. 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 You
Yeah,
ain't
so,
get out of that.
yeah, so I got out of that. And then I went and went out there and got to formally meet all those coaches. And everything that I was hearing and everybody I was talking to was telling me, hey, don't go out there. It's waste time. It's a bad decision. They're not good coaches, this and that, whatever. You
Yeah.
hear a lot. And,
Right.
sometimes you got to go into yourself to
Yeah.
really find out a situation. I mean, you can do that with about anything. And I'm happy I took the opportunity to because there's a lot of good coaches up there. I got to
Yeah.
formally meet them and kind of talk about ball and where they see me and how much they know and they're just history with ball and coaching at a high level and
Yeah.
and being on some of the biggest stages in college football. Um, and that's kind of what I'm looking for, for this year. I'm not, I had some opportunities, it'd been good to go play there for last year, have fun, and just, ball out and stuff. But sometimes you got to put yourself in really uncomfortable positions to
Yeah.
get the most out of yourself. And I felt kind of uncomfortable a little bit with Colorado, but I knew that the feeling in there was everybody was at a high level, coaches, energy, everything like that, and they were all on the same page. If
Right.
you said something to one coach, the other one knew what you're talking about
Right.
because
Right.
they
Right.
were all on the same page. And I've been in a room that you're getting told one thing by a coach, and the other coach telling you do something
No
different,
clue.
and you can't really succeed
You
ever
ain't
do
gonna
that.
succeed.
Yeah, you ain't.
Yeah.
So that was great to know, and then like I said, they're good guys, and I think they're
Yeah.
really good coaches too. So and I know what it takes to play at a high level and everything, and I feel comfortable doing that last year against those guys, and I did that at 240 pounds,
Right.
and I was able to eat some of Mama's cooking and get back on my strength training and stuff that I kind of do and where I've learned from Coach Hughes at UIW. It's kind of
Yeah.
really taught me how to lift. I just apply that to what I do now, and I was able to get all the way up to 270. and then I had to kind of pump the brakes a little bit. I was like, oh,
Mhm.
I don't
You
want to
gotta
be
be
up. I don't.
a D Tiger, boy.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know. So,
You gotta be a D
so
Tiger.
I don't want them to bump me down to that 3. So,
Yeah.
I backed off a little bit. So I'm about 260, 265, but feel real good there, because that's
Right.
where I kind of did pro day at. But I feel stronger. I feel better, and excited to play at that level, at this weight and strength that I know I can really dominate at.
Right.
So,
Now,
but
how you remind me your size and height and how it look. You ever heard of Javon Curse?
I don't think I have.
Go look him up tonight. You gonna thank me for that. Javon
Okay.
Curse. Just hey, before you look up his NFL, go look up his college because he was at University of Florida. And man,
Okay.
he's built like how you built, man.
Yeah.
Javon Curse. Look that up tonight, and you'll tell me later. Hey, boy, I appreciate that. Listen, with you going back in, and man, listen, I love your journey, bro. You really ahead of your time. You really talking like a 50-year-old grown man, just in a young man body. Like you really a grown man talking, but you still a kid. And that's what I like about it. So I know they wanted you after they sat and talked with you. They probably said the same thing, like, bro, this man is on point. I could tell. I don't know who all the dogs gonna be on the field, but guess what? Who I know gonna be a dog. And that ain't because you sitting here with me. Just
Mm.
listening to you, I know you finna give it everything you got. If they need a field goal block, they gonna call you. If they need a field goal kick, they gonna call you, boy. I'm telling you. Listen, check this out too, though. I'm sitting here thinking about it. I seen your bio, got tight end in it. What if they need your offense, man? Would you go? Not
Um,
full time, just to catch a couple TDs, the showboat, get a little shimmy, duck off in that end zone.
yeah, well, I ain't gonna walk around with too big a head on my shoulders, but I'd have to see if I could catch this first
Okay,
thing
okay,
because
okay,
I
okay.
hadn't done any of that since high school, and uh, you start hitting a bunch of big dudes all the time, you might, your hands get a little shaky.
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
start hitting them a lot
Got to get
instead
it.
of being real soft with the ball. It might,
Yeah, you
I
finna
might,
slap it down.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, slap it down. That's what I might do. So. I would hope they could find a better tight end than me, but
for
if they
me.
couldn't, I would do it.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Hey, but right around the end zone, man, it would be nice to catch a TD pass, throw the ball to your girl. Whoa, check. Hey, I did that.
Oh
But
yeah,
look,
absolutely.
tell me, did you now I'm assuming you got to talk to Coach Prime.
When I went up there,
Well, just in general.
in general, no, I did not. The thing is Coach Prime is an individual that is very busy, and he's also the head coach, and he has a lot of strings pulling him here and here and here
Yeah,
and all
fact.
over. He was able to step in the room, and talk to us a little bit as a group and dress us. He wanted us all to stand up and kind of introduce ourselves and stuff.
Mhm.
And we did that, But I didn't have any one-on-one conversations with him at the time. I think that was more for guys that were ready to commit there
Right.
on that moment, And I'm not a guy to do that, and I don't ever really try to get caught up in the heat of the moment or anything like that, and the glitz and glam and stuff. I got to go home and think about it because there's a lot of stuff to think about, especially for my situation in this 1 year I
Right.
have. It'd be different if I had 3 or so, hey, let's do it, whatever.
Yeah.
But here, I got to make sure this is the right situation for me and everything. And coming back and talking with my pops and my mom and everything on that, it was just my feelings didn't change, and we went ahead and, called them up and said, hey, let's rock and roll. And they were ecstatic and stuff. But no, I have not talked to Coach Prime. Like I said, he's busy. He's a head coach, but he's also got 2 bodyguards following him around at all times, and
Yeah.
it's probably not your typical head coach situation.
Right, right, right.
He's also yeah, I mean a
A
celebrity.
Hall of
You could
Famer,
say so. Yeah,
MLB, all that. Hey, a one of a kind, a game changer,
right,
a game changer. Now check
right.
this though, man. You done gave us the whole nine. I don't even want to hold you that much longer, but I got to give, if you don't mind, man. I got to give my family because they've been rocking out. They saying amazing stuff about you in the chat. I gotta give them at least a couple shots to say something to you, man, if you don't mind.
Yeah, go ahead. Absolutely.
Hey, y'all send in the questions y'all want, and I ask them. Y'all send in the questions right quick, and we'll get with it. But while they getting ready to send them questions in, man, listen. Boy, I'm ready to see you ball. I am ready to see you ball. Oh, check this out. You said you had told your muscle, right? Well, I was lifting weights in at my university. And as I was lifting weights, I said to myself, man, you know what? This feeling a little funny right here. I should put it down. And I was like, nah, I'm gonna lift it one more time. Man, I lift that thing, I heard, pow! I said, God, dog, and it went weak over here. Man, it ripped my whole meat off my bone. I don't have no meat. Like right here, you see I got that right there? You
Yeah,
see I
yeah.
got that? But on this side, I don't have that. Like I could feel like I don't know, the meat gone.
Yeah,
Was that how yours was?
Yeah, I mean, I've got a little bit. Sometimes when I'm working out, I can notice my bicep tendon doesn't look the same as my other one,
Yeah,
Of course, I've got 5 scars and shit around here, but
yeah.
yeah, there's a little like indent in it. So, but I mean, yeah, if you didn't ever get surgery on that, yeah, it probably never grew back
I
the way it
didn't.
should.
I didn't get the surgery because this is what they told me. The doctor said, man, it'll be 50-50. 50-50, we could heal it. 50-50, we don't even get to it. I was like, 50-50? Well, forget that. I just let it heal how it's gonna heal. Bro, I couldn't now. I'm telling you, when I tried to get up out the bed, dog, it felt like, boy, I was like, oh, I didn't know if I was gonna ever play again. Bro,
Yeah.
it was hard. Like, bro, you talking about trying to get out the bed? You like,
Yeah, it ain't no joke. It's bad.
It ain't, man. Listen,
Yeah.
hold on. I see my boy John the Liquidator in the building. Hey, if you don't know who that is, man, this man drop content all the time about Colorado, Coach Prime. Most likely he done drop stuff about you too, man. Go check him out, John the Liquidator. So let me see what he said. He said, how do you feel about the changes that's happening in Boulder?
Sure. So that's a broad question, I mean, especially the changes are drastic. I'll start there. I mean, I don't even know how many guys are left that I played with. I mean, maybe just a handful. I'm not really sure. Haven't really looked at the roster or anything like that. But I tell you this: at Boulder and the Buffaloes are ready to win. They're not ready to develop guys and do things. They're ready to win. And I know Rick George, the athletic director, that's what he wanted. And I think that was pretty well spoken whenever he was going in to hire somebody. So I'll say it's a business. College football is different. College football is different. Nowadays. I mean, as a freshman, you aren't competing with another freshman. You're competing with me. You're not going to beat me. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard. It's hard for those guys. But all those changes were needed. And even walking around there, I noticed a few things, especially with the cafeteria. I know he's dumped some of his own money in to make sure that that's as best as possible. So, you're eating 3 meals a day, taking as much as you want. And, prior to that, we had breakfast and lunch. So we didn't even have that dinner, so yeah, that was on us, so they talked.
That's like JUCO right there, bro.
Yeah, man.
You would
never at a Power 5.
You would have never expected that. Listen, I would have never expected to hear that ever. God, no.
It was a pain. So everything that has changed is definitely needed.
For the better, yeah. Y'all heard it first. Coach Prime making everything better from top to bottom. Hey, Mr. Rick George, we appreciate that. We appreciate that, Hire. Hey, A. Jefferson said, what lift do you like doing in the weight room that you believe helps you on the field?
Well, the one I don't really like doing any of them because they're all a pain. But I know power cleans is something that every coach is just emphasized on. Just the explosion, anything explosive is going to make you more explosive on the field. You can go in there and load 500 on squat and just go down slow and come up slow, but it ain't It's not, if you want to go powerlifting, go powerlift. You want to play
Right.
football, you're going to have to change stuff up. But any explosive movements are going to be your, best to help translate over on the field. I'm speaking as a defensive lineman because, we got to
Right.
explode out of our stance and everything like that. But I'd probably say power clean. You're picking something up from the ground and exploding up all the way and catching it. And
Right.
that's hard to do. And if you can do that with heavy weight, and you can move your body pretty well. But yeah, I don't really necessarily like it though. There's no
Yeah,
no
yeah.
no
But
lift
that's
that
the one
I.
you're gonna use to
Yeah,
get to
that's the
that
one I'm gonna use.
quarterback and to get to
Yeah,
that NFL bag. Yeah, yeah.
correct, correct.
I ain't gonna ask you but one more, man, because you
Sure.
done gave us way more than I could ever dream of, man. Your story amazing. No, really, your
Appreciate it.
story
Thank you.
amazing. And I don't know if you're a talker like me. See, I can talk all day, but I don't want to hold you
Yeah,
like that. So,
yeah.
Dale said, "How does it feel? How do you feel about Coach Sal and Nick Williams?"
Um, well, I can tell you this. I met Coach Shaw one time, and he is going to coach you hard.
Mm,
He's an old guy. He don't look mean, but he's mean and nasty. He's
yeah,
mean, but not in a bad way. He never's gonna say anything to you directly or personally. He's never gonna belittle you. I would say you need to hear the message and not the tone. He's coached some phenomenal football players, so he knows what's right and what's wrong. And if he sees it being wrong, he's gonna let you know immediately. And then Coach Nick Williams, man, he's a little younger, lot of energy, tons of energy. I mean, he's going to be all over the place. I can tell he's going to be yelling, screaming, hollering, running. So he's going to relate to some of those younger guys a little more. While Coach Sal, you're going to have to try to relate with Coach Sal. He's not going to try to relate with you. He is who he is. You best just take his knowledge and apply it to the game, and hear the message, not the tone, and get coached by him. He's a great coach, I will say that. But you're talking two different generations of coaching right
right.
there. But it'll be good to have that mix, and that camaraderie
Facts,
from each. Hmm.
facts. Alabama with a
Right.
young one doing his thing, and he probably got big boy dreams too. So you don't never know where he'll end up in the next 10, 15, 20 years, because being so young. Officially last one, I'm gonna let you out, man.
Sure. Sure.
Peter, Peter said, what is because I want to hear this too, because I
Sure.
want to hear exactly what you say on this one. I like this question myself. Even though I like
Okay.
all the questions, but I'm saying I like this one too.
Sure.
What is your daily motivation? A person or a thing or whatever it might be. Like what motivates you, man? And I see you
Right.
look like you're repping your high school with that shirt on or your tie.
Uh, yeah. This is actually this is where I live, Kansas. But no, it's got a it's my grandma's farm. She used to run a bunch of cattle over there. So my uncle made us some shirts, and she
Yeah.
lives right across the road. She still runs some cows over there, but yeah, the line ranch and stuff.
Business in
So
the family. I see it.
a little bit, I
Yeah.
guess more of a hobby. I don't know if it's much of a business, but so yeah, my daily motivation. It's not always there. I will say that. I can be as motivated as possible some days, and other days I'm not. And you hear this from a lot of people that talk about motivation and stuff. Um, so motivation is something that is there, and it comes and goes. I mean, it's maybe there twice a week for me.
Yeah.
And skirts up and down. But you just got to look and remember your goal and why you're
Right.
doing the things that you're doing. And even if you don't really want to do it, if I take 3 days off and I come back on that fourth, I'm gonna know that I took 3 days off, and
Right.
then maybe I might start to get a little bit more motivated. Like shit, I shouldn't have done that. I got to
Yeah.
go work out and do all these things. But um, it's just consistency is the biggest thing. If I'm motivated to be consistent with things, and you do the right things day in and day out, which I don't. I'm not perfect by any means. There
Neither
might
am
be a
I.
day I don't get to it. It's hard, man. I mean, especially not being a professional and not having all the income and personal trainers and this and that, and take that upon yourself to do it. It's
Right.
hard, but and especially where I'm from, there's nobody out here doing this.
No,
There's
nobody.
nobody.
Yep.
Nobody. I mean, everybody wants to go to the bar and drink and do all that. But I'm like, fuck, man, I got to go do that, way harder things than
Right,
that. But
right, right.
I want to go to the bar and drink, but I don't.
Yeah, yeah,
So, man, just being consistent. And like I said, there's nothing that really just motivates me more, I guess, than um, the, the joy I see on my parents' face whenever I'm playing, and after
yeah.
the games and stuff, and how much um, they love to come and support me and everything, and how much just my family supported me, and how they just enjoy going to the games and everything, and I'll run into little kids and stuff, especially from around my hometown or anywhere, that are just looking at me like I'm a superhero, and
You are
I
six
sometimes
four
I
two sixty, bro.
you
You
know
they can put you in movies.
yeah. But yeah, the I guess just all the joy and stuff I see that comes off everybody else's face, seeing me do the great things, because every once in a while you feel like everybody's against you. Nobody wants to see you succeed. Everybody wants to see you fall, and when you don't, and everybody
Yeah.
does, it's a great feeling. It's a great
Well,
feeling. So, you know,
here with me and my business partner and all my life football family, we want to see you dominate. I'm talking about knock everybody head loose. If I could give you, if I could predict and you had 22.5 sacks this season, I love it. I would love it. I'm talking about eating everybody up. Check this. When you report, man.
that's I've been actually scrambling around trying to find an apartment or somewhere to live up there. So I'm trying to figure that out. But I guess I can sleep in the locker room until I find somewhere.
Yeah, go on sleep in that
But
locker room. We need you down there with Coach Mo so he can get
yeah,
you ready to eat everything up.
yeah. But we'll be there probably May 30th for sure.
May
We'll be
30th.
in there May 30th for sure, ready to kick it off for a summer training. I got to get out there and start learning the playbook and stuff as well. And I'm gonna start actually doing that this week. So yeah, just get down there and get comfortable, and then get back in that groove of day in and day out. Football. It's a lot different life than I'm living down here right now. So yeah.
Well, man, listen. Blessings to you. May God bless you on this journey. I listen. May God bless you to be healthy all the way through. Man, I heard you say you ran that 4.6. So I already
Right.
know nothing better not get past you. You better be coast to coast out there. And listen, may God bless you to dominate. May He give you the motivation and domination mindset and focus locked in every single day
Hmm.
that you're there, all the way to the pro day combine, and you rip it up all season long, all season long when it's time for that as well. And man, you get to live out that dream, man. I hope you get it. Bro, you right there. The dream is right there. Like, ain't nobody could touch this dream but you, and you're about to touch it. Like, you could reach out and
Hmm.
grab the end and bring the FL and pocket, put it in your pocket. That's how close you are.
Hmm.
So
Right.
do everything you got to do from May the 30th on. Well, now until May the 30th and all the way through. And man, at the end of this season, we'll look back, have you on, and you'll be wearing a cap saying drafted by the Seahawks or something, man. But look, blessings to you, blessings to the Colorado squad. Man, tell Pops I said what's up, man, because he set the bar for you, man. JUCO and Kansas University. So what position he played?
He played defensive end as well.
Bro, it's meant for you to go. Hey, man, it's meant. It's meant. Look, I'm gonna get my jersey with Maine on the back, because I already know what time it is, man. I hope the Bucks get you or somebody, but I ain't gonna put what they say, put the cart in front of the horse, however it go. I ain't gonna do that, but I'm waiting on you. If the Bucks get you, hey, you gotta go and let me come into all the games, big dog. But look, man, blessings to you. Have a great season. Get down May the 30th. Do your thing. It was meant for you to come back, man. It was meant for you to come back to get this type of coaching. It was meant for you to get this. Period. This your time to shine, man. Go eat. Put all the distractions to the side, and man, just focus on, like you said, the goal, the goal, the goal. And the goal requires weight room 24/7, film study 24/7, knowing the playbook 24/7, talking to Sal, talking to Coach Williams. Man, you know what time it is. You right there. Hey, blessings to you. Thank you for coming on, man. And boy, you got an amazing story. Finish it off. Let's have the Cinderella story where ESPN got to do a 30 for 30 on you, big dog. Well, appreciate you, man.
Hey, appreciate having me on, man, and I enjoyed talking to you. Thank you very much.
All right, man. Blessings to you, man. All right, y'all. Look, my boy gone now. He out of there. He out of there. He out. Hey, Chance Main gave us an amazing story. Period. Amazing story. I know y'all want me to come on and do the after show. I come on and do the after show. But my boy gave y'all an amazing story. You couldn't ask for nothing better than that. I didn't know what I was gonna get. I just knew reading the bio of him and just checking up on him, he had a story to tell. JUCO in Cardinal Word, Colorado, left, came back, got recruited. Look, Coach Prime got a dog in him, y'all. Coach Prime got a dog in him. I'm talking about, I don't know who else gonna shine on this squad. You know, you got your thoughts about who may shine, but I know Chance Main gonna shine. And that ain't because he was on here with me. Y'all feeling the same thing I feel. Y'all see this man finna go take off. I told you he a grown man in a young man body. He a grown man in a young man body. I believe he gonna do everything he dreaming of doing. I don't know what his dreams are, but I guarantee you it's a lot of sacks, it's a lot of tackles, it's putting that work in and hit that lead. I know he gonna do that. I'm telling y'all now, I know he gonna do it. Hey, but that's my time, man. Blessings to y'all. May God, hey, y'all know how we do. Blessings to you, man. May God bless you to be the head and not the tail. May he bless you to be the lender and not the borrower. May he bless you with success after success after success, favor after favor after favor. Look, man, straight dominate, man. Just straight dominate, y'all. But look, when I log out of this, I'm gonna come back on and we're gonna do the after show, y'all. We're gonna do the after show. I already know what y'all gonna say. Chance Main story is amazing. I already know it. I know that's what we finna talk about. So look, if y'all gonna join us on the after show. I'm finna set it up where we can go to the after show. And I already know what y'all finna say. This man's story is amazing. It's a 30 for 30 story, and he's still writing it. He's still writing the story. But look, y'all, blessings to him. Blessing everybody. Jump on the after show with me and let's rock out, y'all. Holla, holla, holla.